Good morning, my dear students. So, welcome to our class of ninth of mathematics. So, today we are going to discuss about the Euclid's postulates in detail. Okay, in the first class also we discussed about the Euclid's postulates and axioms, but today we are going to discuss the Euclid's postulates one by one. So, let us start. In this chapter, we have to study 5 postulates of Euclid's. Okay, so it means there are 5 postulates which we have to study in this chapter. Before discussing the 5 postulates one by one, let us again discuss about Euclid's postulate. Okay, so before going through that postulates which we have to study in this chapter, one by one the postulates. So let us first of all again try to understand about the postulates. What are postulates? Postulates are the fundamental propositions or statements used to prove other statements known as theorems. These statements are assumed to be true without any proof. So here again the same thing I'm discussing. I am writing over here the statements, the propositions which does not need any proof. So that is called the postulates. Okay. And one more thing I added over here is that postulates are used to prove the theorems. Okay. So let's move on. Postulates are used to prove the truthness of theorems. Once a theorem has been proven, it may be used in the proof of other theorems. In this way, an entire branch of mathematics can be built up from a few postulates. So you will see in this chapter that with the help of these 5 postulates, we are going to prove the theorems, and with the help of that particular proved theorems, we are again going to prove some other statements as a theorem. We are again going to prove some other statements as a theorem. So in this way we are going to build up a whole branch of mathematics. Okay, so this geometry is built up like this only. So it means we are going to use the postulates, the basic propositions for the proof of this your you can say the theorems. Yes. Okay, now move on. So postulates are synonyms with axioms through one basic difference. So postulates are synonyms with axioms through one basic difference is there. One basic difference is there between the axioms and theorems is that axioms are applicable to all branch of mathematics, but the postulates are applicable to particular branch of mathematics, that is restricted or confined to geometry only. So this is one of the very good thing. Okay, now this is the basic difference. If somebody will ask you, then you have to tell this only. What is the difference between Euclid or axioms and postulates? Okay, now let us discuss now the Euclid's 5 postulates one by one. The whole Euclidean geometry is based on these 5 postulates. So now we are going to study the content, the main content of this chapter. Means all the 5 postulates, all the axioms we had seen. It's not like only that much of axioms only is there. There are more axioms, but in this chapter, in our syllabus, only that much is given. Maybe possible we'll see the more axioms in coming classes or coming lessons. Okay. So don't get shocked that, oh, sir had told that this much axioms only we have to study, but here are coming some more axioms. So more axioms can come. Okay. Now let us focus about the postulates. The postulate 1: a straight line may be drawn from any one point to any other point. So this is the postulate 1, and it is quite clear. We can draw a straight line from one point to another point, and that is not going to be like defined that only this type of point should be there. No, it can be any type of point. Okay, so let us discuss now. Move on. Sorry. Okay. As you can observe, there is no uniqueness and strictness in the above postulates. So we can state this result in the form of axioms as follows. So from this statement, so we can have a strict axiom for this. Given two distinct points, two different points, if it is given, there is a unique line that passes through them. So what does it mean now? It means that we can get a unique line. It means if we want to draw more than one line with the two distinct points, so it is not possible. So we cannot draw more and more lines with the two distinct points. With two distinct points, one and only one line can be drawn. Okay, so this the postulate is also saying, but it's not strictly. That's why we can write it in the form of axioms also. Okay, now so you can see the diagrams. In the diagrams it is quite clear. The point, different distinct points A and B are there, so only one line can be drawn with that. S and T is there, so only one line. P and Q is there, so only one line. And one more diagram is here. You can see from this that E and F, okay, the points we had taken E and F, so we can draw different lines. See, but there is only one unique line which is passing through these 2 points. Okay, there are not other lines which is passing through these points. Postulate 2. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. This is the postulate 2. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. Okay, so now if this is the postulate 2, and here is the diagram which is showing these things P, Q. Okay, see now. A terminated line can be produced indefinitely. So we are having a terminated line PQ and it can be produced indefinitely. So this is the postulate 2. Now let's move on to postulate 3. A circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. So you can see a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. So these are very simple postulates which we can easily understand. So we had discussed till now 3 postulates. The first one is that with the two distinct points we can draw only one unique line, and the another one is, second one is, a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. Third one is a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. So 3 postulates have been discussed. Now let's discuss the another one, the remaining 2. Okay, so see here, postulate 4. All right angles are equal to one another. This is very easy thing. All right angles, wherever you are going to see the right angles, in any quadrilateral, in any polygons, you are going to see that, so they are going to be equal. Okay, see, all right angles measures 90 degree. Now postulate 5. If a straight line falling on 2 straight lines makes the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than 2 right angles, then the 2 straight lines, if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of these angles is less than the 2 right angles. So this is one of the very good postulate of Mr. Euclid, which we need to understand again very properly and accurately. So according to the statement is saying that if a straight line falling on 2 straight lines makes the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than 2 right angles. So now let us see that thing in the diagram. So a straight line falling on 2 straight lines. So we are having 2 straight lines, this and this, and another straight line is falling on these 2 lines. Okay, make the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than 2 right angles. Makes the interior angle angle 1, angle 2. These 2 interior angles it is forming taken together. So when we take together, we can see that both are smaller than 90 degrees. So their sum must be smaller than the sum of the two right angle. Okay, right angles. Okay, then the 2 straight lines, it is the if and then conditions. So then the 2 straight lines, if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of the angles is less than the 2 right angles. So now we are having 2 sides of this straight line. See, this is the straight line. Okay, so we are having 2 sides, one is here and one is here. Okay, now let's talk about these two. Let's talk about these 2 straight lines, this one and this one. So these 2 straight lines are going to meet which side, this side or this side? So obviously we can see that the side where the sum of the interior angles is less than the sum of 2 right angles, that side only, if we produced these 2 lines, then they are going to meet, or then they are going to intersect. But on the opposite sides, they are never going to meet and intersect. So this only our postulate 5 is trying to make us understand. that if two straight lines are there and that two straight lines, one another straight line is fallen, so we will have to check that where these two lines, the previous two lines, is going to intersect or are going to meet each other. If the side where the interior angles are, the interior angle sum is less than the sum of the two right angles, then that side only, if we produced the lines, then they are going to meet each other. Okay, so these are the 5 postulates which we are going to use in the problems to solve the problems, and we will solve the problems with the help of the axioms. The main thing of the geometry is that with the help of one statements, axioms, postulates, just try to prove the truthness of the other theorem, other statements. So other statement is called either theorem, that can only become your corollary and all. So we'll discuss one by one each and everything in the next class. So for today, that's it. So we have discussed 5 postulates, and I want you all to learn these 5 postulates. So thank you all for being here. We'll meet again in the next class.